If you're looking to buy cheap Rocket League items, be sure to check out today's sponsor RL.Exchange. They support all platforms, and offer a wide selection of Rocket League items to choose from, and have multiple payment options. Be sure to use code RLH at checkout for a 3% discount on your entire purchase.
Here comes a shot, denied. Another one in the front of the box, cleared out.
Nothing can get through these teams. The shots, the demos, the plays are so creative, and finally, something falls through the crack armor.
Of all the ways for game one to end, you probably don't expect this. Cassio with an easy flip and falling back with the momentum of the ball. Potential pop shot. Super Lockett couldn't find the angle. Two members now pushed up, potentially three. Pioneers stressing the issue. That's around, and what a challenge and a read. Super Lockett finds the goal.
Eventually, the defense from Semper will fall. It's a double commit. You saw two players there, Cassio and Shawset, in the same exact spot, and that's why the rotation back.
Ball game. For Semper, going to have to worry about those rebounds. Possession time felt like it's been all here for Pioneers, but what a touch. Exotic from the box. Oh, it sneaks around! Cassio was there taking a page out of Pioneers' playbook.
It's all about this corner play from Semper. One pass over into the corner, another pass through to Cassio.
Semper have to be worried about that. Potentially more booby clears to establish some respect in midfield. Now, if you're clearing it off the backboard and getting free touches upfield, great touch. Oh, wait, it sneaks in?
What?
Just like that? Exotic from the side wall just takes over game two.
And he's gonna steal game two. Pioneers were dominant this entire time. You get into OT and you hit a beaut shot from the top and it's over. I mean, that's devastating for Pioneers, which is why you see a timeout.
You would love an opening goal if you are Pioneers to reestablish that. But
speaking of opening goals.
Is it that free again?
Oh my. Corner play for Semper. Look at this 50-50 win from Cassio, and then it's all about that first touch from Exotic. Not read well from Super Lucky. It's difficult. You think it's going to go up.
Instead, down in midfield, the rotation begins to unfold. Pioneers now looking for boosts as they swing back into the play.
That demo from Cassio is huge, though, taking out the third man, and it actually doesn't even matter. They managed to do it themselves. Two players. They didn't need the third, and simply put, Pioneers destroying Semper on the defense.
Hey, so Exotic went up for the touch, and then as he falls in, play is individually, but Scrub cuts it down. There's no boost for the moment. Banana Head really the only one in the vicinity to potentially keep this alive.
Oh,
but hold on. With such little boost and the counterattack not really flourishing, I mean, it's way too easy for Semper.
And this is Exotic alone in the midfield. He gets past one player, which started with
a little bit quicker in our reads. Maybe this is a different game. Shaw set from the ceiling. A dunk that could have made this a 3-1 game. Banana Head looking for the recovery. It's still alive. Here comes Cassio. And he just puts it away.
And at this point, you can see that the speed from Semper is far superior than that of Pioneers. Nobody even up to challenge that. Scrub is...
The Rocket League gods have not been kind yesterday. Some demos, we trade them back and forth. Now a 2v2, back to full strength. Exotic, the assassin inside the Trojan horse. It's 4-1, and Semper are running away with game three.
And it's from a 50-50. The challenge department from Semper is superior. They win the challenge. Then the speed...
Granted, we have to reiterate the point that Swiss is not double Elam. You don't lose two and then you're done. You have a chance.
Oh, yeah.
But it is very tough.
Okay, one for the road from Banana Head. This is what you want to see out of Pioneers. Something to energize the board.
Positive points.
Yeah.
We call it a doggy bag goal in crunch time when there's not much left, but you'll take it. Going into December, Cassio very beside wall and Exotic. We've seen him get physical before.
1v1 Exotic. Can he find it? He has the flip and he uses it. Exotic able to put him up 1-0.
And that's just a one-on-one break. Semper waiting for this. Great pinch, and Exotic recognizing it. Stalls, uses enough boost to punch it over. Super Lucky just kind of has to.
This is it.
Got to keep the ball alive. Scrub gets beat to the ball and bumped around. They're bullying him. Trying to take his lunch money. 0 seconds, ball still alive. Shot putting it away. Cassio
the floor.
Playing it down to the dirt. Still up. From the corner, it will touch. And Semper off a 1-0 performance in Game 4 sweep their way through Day 2.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Game 2 looked like Pioneers were bouncing back.
Forward immediately into that blue half, hoping that they're going to be able to get something going early on in this game, try to upset Bravado as much as they can. An immediate push from KV1, the man that yesterday you identified, or that we rather identified, was being a little bit slow, his defense being somewhat grounded, but Astromach working his way around, keeping a Happy Meal grounded.
Meal charges up against him. Really impressed by Bravado after conceding that early goal.
Chance though, as we see an attack coming in from KV1, the man who's got all of that 1v1 prowess, and you see him taking to the sky and nodding to his teammates like, yeah, I'm feeling it today. This is the one, the flip reset over Daisy, into the double tap, round the side. of To Die For. The side doesn't go lost at the top of Happy Meal, just flicking it as well to get it onto the sidewall, and the 100 boost gained. He's going to be going for the edge wall bump here. No, he fakes it out instead, goes low. Astromic to squeeze it back behind the defender, but that play was mostly lost.
Yeah, that was lovely from Lost there. Daisy had no idea what to do. To Die For flew in as well. It meant that Daisy was left landing. They've almost got themselves a goal so close, but the club are on another attack.
A way that we do see a lot of the teams when they are up against somebody who, you know, that they aren't necessarily too confident playing, as KV1 shows off his incredible confidence. He is able to, you know, they'll go for these bumps, they'll go for the demos. I think that works incredibly well. However, when it comes down to a few of the across the board, realistically, it just matters on how well you perform on any given day. And the 3 days going through for the Swiss is beating out KV1. A touch more speed, is able to beat out the defender as To Die For moves his way up, and Happy Meal does not rotate back. He really should have headed back towards the net. He's
pace. Your teammates have backed you a little bit overly to be able to get that ball and match the pace of a team like the club. We're coming forward again. They're looking really comfortable right now. Lost, I mean, he just wants to get involved in every single attack.
And I believe, again, so far, he has. That goal participation continues to impress us. Astromic passing through the centre.
Seems to be the pattern that we're seeing in this series.
Yeah, hoping that they're going to be going through in each game as well. They can take on the learning experiences. Lost up for that double tap, but again, To Die For saving Astromic, sending it just a smidge behind the Bravado defender. But look at this setup again by Lost. This man, his shooting percentage has been unbelievable, shooting around 45% so far when the average is like Astromic can finish it. Knowing that, you know, even if Lost doesn't score, his setups are wonderful.
The club are keeping Bravado honest though. I mean, these attacks are not particularly solo plays. I was about to say it's sustained pressure, but that is just a piece of mechanics.
Yeah, going to the ceiling To Die For, managing to pinch it away, but it falls perfectly in the way of Lost, and man.
Bravado have really tried to come into this one being as quick as possible, and once or twice it's backfired. They're getting that balance. That's the hardest thing to do, right? Between attack and defense, between not giving them too much pressure and being too passive. It seems that this one's starting to get away from them, unfortunately.
Yeah, look, when you see in the middle of the camera, and you see Astromic just laughing, chatting to the coach, having a good time, Lost passing it central, and every single player on Bravado.
They could be really looking good to make it through this Swiss.
I mean, SSG, they picked the club to fight as well. They wanted to go up against them. They needed to have the opportunity to play a good team. They said in the draft, we want to play a good team. We don't just want these free wins. We don't just want to pick a team that, you know, we're going to be able to 4-0 and go from that. The club, with their 6th goal scored, they were beaten by SSG yesterday, but they are really taking their revenge now on Bravado. That will be 7 as well. KV1 scoring yet again. And look, they're vibing. What, and I know this is a massive question that I would hate being asked, so I apologise in advance.
Ask me.
I can, not that I should have done. Sent high from KV1, managing to get over towards To Die For, but the challenge coming out from Happy Meal. I love the idea of that, but Daisy, the pace was a little bit too fast on it from Astromic's dunk, and manages to get the opening goal in 42 seconds.
Yeah, it was a good dunk there from Astromic over the top, and Daisy was just a little bit stuck now. They're desperate to get the ball, which I like, but they have to keep talking to each other.
You're going to try and clear that ball away as fast as they can. Will it be in a good position that time? No. Astromic yet again holding on to the opportunity, managing to look to take that ball touch down nicely, double tapping off the side, and the demo flexing their
pacing goes. He's been the one that's dealt with the club the best.
Daisy has also changed car from the Octane, going over towards that Fennec, purely because I just thought that there was less colour on the pitch. And To Die For, that block coming in, but it was not enough to stave away from the attack from the club. KV1 dribbling it round the side, a really strong 50 from him, but Lost yet time instead wanted to deliver the 3rd goal.
I think all these double commits from Bravado, I'm just getting the sense. Great kickoff from Daisy. To Die For is going to put it away for Bravado. They get their goal from the kickoff. Will that inspire them?
On their cameras, not looking too crazy, knowing, look, boys, let's get the job done.
Like getting on the scoreboard. That is locked in now. That is eternal.
Daisy then had an opportunity to go for a bump on one of the final defenders, but it's KV1 now going up high and then actually faking. That is brilliant from KV1. They don't want to talk about Daisy anymore, not going for a bump. Look at this movement. Sends it on the backboard and then just ducks away from it. Actually does get a touch technically, but very much going for that fake.
There from Daisy to The Die For. Would have been risky, of course. The infield can always backfire, but you have to start taking those risks if you want to get these goals against a team as good as the club. That one's coming in off the crossbar. A huge finish from Astromic.
You see that ball cam just as it flies over the top of Daisy's head. Suddenly, whiplash. Astromic shoots, it comes down and transition through that midfield, taking to the skies, trying to get those bumps.
Poor old Happy Meal was on an airplane in search of some boost there, but what a pass that was from
Lovely.
To Die For to Daisy. Bravado, for the first time in this series, get an equalizer.
To Die For, working his way down the pitch, catches it, sees Daisy in the midfield. KV1 thought he could outspeed him. Not on their watch.
There was space there for Bravado earlier. The infield pass was refused. That time it was not, and that's such a good kickoff as well. To Die For, he tries to get over the top of KV1. He gets it over the top of KV1. Bravado take the lead in game 4. Amazing.
From the kickoff yet again, certainly getting these strats going. Manages to go just round the side of To Die For.
They find themselves behind. Can they get the redirector? Is Daisy already up? He is. There's a good boost grab there from Lost. Nostromic coming into the corner. Where's the defense? Will there be a keeper? No, there won't. It's an equalizer from the club. Good play from them to get back.
But the club having to really work for that goal as well. Daisy just moving a little bit too far up. As the final defender, you can't going towards the midfield. To Die For, passing back, 100 boosts taken. To Die For, he wants to have his name up in lights in the sky. Daisy is received. Daisy shoots low, and Daisy is destructive.
That is such a beauty. Look at the air dribble there from To Die For over the top of Astromic, and then there was Daisy, the man who scored the first goal team in the RLCS. But SSA,
Good patience.
Bravado, they're going to have to do some more defending. The club is here. KV1 in the corner. Daisy, he's got it past him. It's going to be in from KV1, and that is how quickly it can be ripped away from you.
KV1 entering into a 2v1 and winning all of it. Gets the touch off the side and the club drawing level yet
Now, great play from the club.
Excellent demo, and now it pushes back down on the other side. Bravado having the pressure, having that vice start to really grip on them. Astromic, the man on the top right of your screens, delivering death on the net on Utopia.
Oh, what a read that is. I mean, that is almost... They could get another one.
Chances with the final 3 seconds, keeps it high. Half Meal again on 0. Astromic shooting wide on the net. It lands Half Meal and both To Die For. Dribbling again around each other. Half Meal flicking towards the net, is not able to score that one away. Astromic with an incredibly safe touch, flicks it towards the ground. An elevation coming from Bravado, but this peak.
Bravado into KCorp, that hot spring major team that really came to light here. See if they can have a repeat performance here at the World Championships, and it's Itachi to start things off.
A hot start, incredibly. We were talking before getting into this cast how the Renegades will not have much time to adjust. KCorp
Beamer there talked about his read on the game against Bravado. A lot of pre-jumps from him to stop the attack, but they got to stop Nolly. Doesn't get the touch. It still went in for Astral, and it's 2-0 KCorp.
and you can see the look on Fever's face after that. You're expecting to block a shot potentially, and you don't expect that to just shot opportunity. This one bouncing off the backboard. Another corner boost steal and demo from behind by Itachi. That one's going in. Nobody home. KCorp is all over Renegade.
A second one for Astral. And just beating Kami to the ball there, simply that. I don't even know if he was really looking to put it on target, just kind of keeping it in
yesterday as well. So Itachi looking for those bumps on the rotation out, looking for those demos from behind.
Oh my.
Finding one in that long ranger will get Renegades on the board.
Just throws this one downfield and perfectly placed for Fear from the top of his own box. And I mean, I really don't blame Nolly. You don't really expect a shot.
Nolly, challenged by Kami CJ. And there's a demo by Fever. The net could be vulnerable. Quick shot! And Kami knew that demo opened up a small window and he was able to hit it.
And this is what we're talking about. Renegades raising their pace of play. And look how quick they get downfield with that demo. In this best of 7. We'll see how these teams start off.
They started off with a demo. Renegades getting aggressive. The drop down. It took 10 seconds game 1, 12 seconds game 2. KCorp in the lead once more.
He's a monster, man. I mean, he's just everywhere for KCorp. I mean, everyone knew how great Astral was for Drew, but Astral read that cross so perfectly. Now Nolly again, Astral up. A second touch. Only gonna drop it down. The hammer doesn't come through. The follow-up's there, and Itachi puts it away.
Oh, just putting this double tap on net does so much. Astral almost scoring. Kami bravely keeps it out, but you're not gonna...
It feels like Renegades are staying very far back and not really putting a lot of pressure when they at least have a touch. And now this one comes down to Itachi. He slots it left side. 2 goals for him, and KCorp up by 3.
And you even saw the hesitancy on this play. Kami going up, gets bump, or there was a bump attempt rather, but no one able to get out there and challenge it.
Still 2 minutes left to play. You really look towards Renegades to try and make some sort of change, but right now it's looking at a wide open net, a second touch, and a 4-0 lead now for KCorp.
Itachi, this double tap off the backboard, getting that first touch, going into a double tap, a thing of beauty.
To play down and force Astral into a bad tackle, because he's going to go back for more, but Nolly's just going to pick up where they left off 2 seconds in, and KCorp scores the kickoff goal.
Beaver cheating on it, and it's the worst possible ball you can imagine. If you're cheating, first touch in the air. Oh, hold on! The challenge on the goal line, almost forcing it through. The goal line defense now on the other end. CJ couldn't stop it. There was a chance for Renegades, a double commit by KCorp, and somehow Itachi by himself will score the counterattack.
And you could see CJ in that.
Taking it back down to the ground, backward pass. And Itachi will actually do Renegades a favor. That one's going in! What did we just see, Corelli?
He's kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. He's putting it on both sides this time. Itachi, he went in that tackle and pinched it back. And
there's nothing Astral can do. That ball's going in.
Here's some possession now. Fever to the ceiling. Gets over one. Can he get over two? Denied. And a big clear back the other way. Astral's there, of course, and KCorp up by 2.
And again, it happens where you see a chance for the Renegades, and it immediately turns into a counter. That ball was an orange trail, so I don't... What? Believe it. Fever, the pop-up. Itachi hits it over to Nolly, who was waiting for it. The block from Kami, and it's right in!
There you go.
A chance now for Renegades. This play from Kami keeps hopes alive.
And I mean, I think Nolly did just fine here. Kami got a great read on him, though, and I think he's very fantastic defense there from Kami, especially with the speed at which you saw Astral to go up. A second touch from Kami isn't there, and KCorp now trying to slot it to the right side. It's Nolly to push it through, and KCorp on the board first.
And you saw how awkward it was. Kami not really sure how to read that ball bouncing off the backboard. And let KCorp another key save, and that preserves the lead. CJ now challenges it off the ceiling. Astral, another touch. Astral, the double tap, and perhaps the dagger for KCorp.
And how many setups have we seen like this? He's first to the ball inside the box, and a second touch. No one there from Renegades.
Not meant to be for the Renegades. KCorp in a sweep take down Renegades and will be moving ahead 2-0 in the Swiss stage.
And I think a lot of people had questions if KCorp, me specifically, I suppose, that if they were going to keep their form from the Spring Major, because they were in an incredibly exciting form, but also a very strong form. That answer is definitely yes through their first 2 series. They have looked stellar, and all 3 of them are putting up stats that are unheard of here so far in the wildcard.
Big save from Nolly that game as well.
Playing in London at the Spring Major, so it was incredibly tough for them coming up against the former best player in the world. Now they're up against Gladiators. They will be favorites here. I think it was 80% of our Twitch chat predicted no one would take this one, but it's Gladiators that get a goal after 7 seconds, and look at them loving it.
LCT immediately incredibly happy, and Commutator too. Maxu up for the double taps. The Sonics didn't quite realize where that
team
ball
so far, zipping the ball about with some real pace and meaning. Am's going to be able to take a touch here. There will be times where they get bunched up and double commit and over commit. That can be the risk, and that one is prodded in by Zazonics. 0-1, deal with that early pressure and score a goal themselves.
It was the bump that came in from Moston as well, bumping Maxu out of the way, and Commutator, suddenly a lot harder to deal with.
Commutator's going to get a touch here. Good to see him getting involved in the play. It's over the top. LCT's going to be bumped up the sky by Zazonics. Oh, you have to love an aerial bump.
On the backboard as well, he actually flips immediately towards that sideboard and then leaves and removes LCT.
The Commutator will do weird stuff and play around that. It can be an advantage. You see it sometimes, you know, when a pro player is playing in a ranked game. I know this is completely different, but it can be surprised by the unpredictability. But I mean, that was unpredictable by Zazonics.
Yeah, being able to take that touch nicely from Mostin as well. Manages to fake out Max, who slows down the play entirely, and then both Gladiators in the end can air dribble around. A miss on the boost from LCT. Sound like a demo came in, but I didn't see who it was. I think it was Maxu returning. Commutator managing to just send it down, and you see the top right camera. He puts his arms in the air, and he is delighted.
There he goes. Well done, lad. You love to see that. Had it all for themselves so far right now. Almost those clean touches and the demos will really help. Can there be a pass for him? No, there won't, because Commutator speeding and steaming in. Great play. That one, I think, is sneaking in. Ams rushed off the back wall.
That time, though, just being coming down to LCT and Maxu. Commutator, he gave the ball away, but Zazonix gave that ball straight to Ams, shooting in an all position.
Same as earlier. In our first matchup, will not want to give it to them by any means at all. They're going to have to do some defending right now, Gladiators. And for the first time, I think, in this series, 0-1 take an early lead.
Yeah, which I'm sure they'll be happy about. The double commit coming in from LCT and I believe also actually Maxu. I don't believe that was
Commutator. That's risky, but LCT was behind him because he spawned. Smart play. It's risky, but it was the right decision. I wanted the pressure, though. The shot comes in from Zazonix, and it's 2. And maybe this is the point where 0-1 just start to pull away just a bit.
I think the defender faked out as well. Commutator thought it was going to be the jump from the side, but instead, actually, he ran in this lobby. I would be absolutely embarrassed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You definitely would be, mate.
One of either of us, right?
You certainly would be.
No, but you too?
We beat Alpha once in ranked.
I won an event with Fairy P.
There you go. So maybe you'd be doing all right, but not as well as our man Commutator. But sadly, yeah, as we said, this game is just starting to get against them. Maybe they're as well. Then he reversed and tried to doink it up. Meanwhile, LCT was coming in, so that defensive chaos must be just unbearable to deal with the Gladiators when you have the might of 0-1 Esports and Zazonix bearing down upon you.
Looking pretty regular as well. Moston just coming in, being faster, being the better player, and Commutator looking to be a clip. Do not want that to be a clip. Do not fancy it.
Cole calls Gladiators garbage. No, honestly, I am just so impressed with this team. LCT, let it drop, mate. Don't risk a fifth.
He's smiling though, not too bothered. They lost the game regardless. Going into game number 4, 5-0 down. He fancied something special, wasn't able to get it in the end. He's playing again, to be honest. I've really enjoyed watching him throughout the entire season so far, whenever he's been graced on my television screen. But an own goal opening it up, and Commutator he is very, very happy, as is Moston.
Ams looked a little bit annoyed, and Mostan just giggled, and I love that reaction. Because it was Ams that made the touch, and then he was looking at
the opportunity to have threatening attacks on the net, because ultimately, Maxu, he can do a lot, but he cannot do everything on defense.
Ooh, that's tough. That's very difficult there. I think there was a slightly wrong decision. Mostan looks to the side and looks justified.
And they're giggling as well. Maxu just getting in the way of Commutator. Score back behind him, Zazonix to the ceiling, but bumped is Mostan by Maxu, and with a chance again to go up for the double. Instead, Ams is there. Another defensive mistake, this time occurring in the midfield. Commutator couldn't get the touch, and look at LCT. He has to get back. He has to do something, but with 2 players from 0-1 barreling down.
Force a challenge, should I say. Maxu with a flip reset, not quite there again. It's over the top of LCT and Commutator. This, I'm certain, will be 3. 0-1, just wait and then strike.
Boys, come on. What was that? Literally, what was that? I don't know why LCT mid. I ended on 0 boost before he just ran out. Yeah, going for those close 50s. It's done very well for Commutator so far. It seems to be somewhat of a specialty of his, going for those low ones. LCT bumping Commutator out the way twice, and Zazonix can just get a low flick underneath and into the middle of the net, and just poor rotations again. It's just, they're now separated by 3. There must be over the top of them. Commutator technically.
See this one away. Try and keep the scoreline respectable. 1-4. When you look at the results later on whatever website you look at results on, you'll see a 1-4 and you'll think, yeah, that's fair. If it turns into 5 or maybe more, it's like, ooh. So come on, Gladiators, hold strong until the end.
A 5-1 is a big statement in the end for 0-1. Ams slowing that ball down very intelligently. Just I keep saying, Commutator is a sub. He's stepped up when not many people will be able to. He's got himself, I think, 3 goals in total. Ams, you don't really need to score that one, but I respect it.
I curse them. I curse them by saying 4-1's about right.
The 4-1 as a result is fine. 6-1, definitely less so. But 0-1, they will be going through into the 1-1 part.
Left. It is Rocket League law that you have to want the Brazil. So will it happen? Will they want to be able to get one more to end this one with a flourish for themselves? I think LCT wants it too. I think everyone's happy with that Brazil. There's smiles all around for Gladiators as well.
getting the 7-1 at the end of this when literally 20 seconds ago you said that 4-1 isn't too bad and they've nearly doubled their goals. It ends up being
I think some of 01 want the Brazil and other ones want to score, so there's sort of like an internal battle going on right now. LCT, okay, if he ruins the Brazil, I'm so happy. No, okay, 01, get the Brazil, 7-1, well played.
It gets shut down in the end, as you say, and
it allows version 1 a chance to transition. Here's Arsenal now, trying to go for a ground pinch. Does put that on target, forces a double commit. Follow up for Reynolds is in, and SSG set the tone.
And even that one hit the post, but it went in the end. Reynolds off the follow-up. Arsenal even jumping in front of Torment there just to get...
Arsenal just trying to break apart the defense. Once they force that double commit on the back line, SSG know that's the prime time to strike.
Backflip.
That one, oh, Tom! He's not going to be able to make a touch. Another goal for Spacestation.
Oh, look at Calm on the backflip. He's not under any duress at all. He just side flips and seconds apart. And here's Calm. Looking for the immediate redemption arc. Drop one down to Torment.
Beast Mode.
No, there's Beast Mode to follow it up, and he missed wide. Torment's there, and V1 gets one back.
Great follow-up. Beast Mode, obviously we've seen him hit the post a couple of times, but it's Torment able to turn around so quickly as Beast Mode puts Daniel in a tough spot.
This game for a while looked like we were going to have a scoreless overtime going 5+ minutes, and now all of a sudden everybody's forgotten what defense is, and Arsenal's there as a slow roller just got popped away, but only briefly.
Beast Mode trying to get the best touch out. Torment in an awkward spot. You see him trying to come off that back wall. Really tough start for version 1. But SSG, things moving forward. Final few seconds. Daniel looking for a double. Plays off the back wall. Shot from Reynolds goes in. And SSG, they just keep moving forward.
They can do no wrong. A hat trick in game 1 from Reynolds. Even though Beast Mode got
that
to
one in the midfield, but no one able to get there. So this one will start to slowly fall apart. Demo comes through. Calm versus Daniel. Daniel gets the dunk, gets the block, and gets the goal!
Somebody check him. That is unreal. Right through Calm, and the Daniel chance. He's still got a lot to prove. Arsenal got this one through, but it's Beast Mode around Reynolds. Chance to get that goal right back off the demolition. Daniel can't stop Beast Mode if he doesn't exist. 1-1.
Just when I said it, Calm decided to flex on him. Daniel in the back end, toodaloo. Beast Mode will roll it in, and
Game 1, and everything breaks down. Answer left, right, and center.
Oh, the miss.
And we're seeing a similar story in game 2. Off the kickoff, Calm's got it back, and V1's got the lead.
This is unfortunate. You see Arsenal misread off the back wall, and he knows. He just knows where that's happening. That's a great save from Torment. Reynolds tried to get the equalizer.
That looked like Torment had kind of scuffed the touch there, but instead he was in the perfect
Daniel.
spot, and then here, the pass over to Daniel, who comes up with yet another clutch goal on land.
It's a great pass from Reynolds. Daniel, top right.
Not been able to beat him. Now Reynolds dropped down to Arsenal. Not happening, and Daniel's got to collect near the midfield line, bring it into the corner. His shot got by Beast Mode. Daniel does it again.
It's Daniel showing up on the world stage. Beautiful angle. Continue to go on here. Opening, lots of pressure from SSG, and a shot comes in from Reynolds. Reynolds once again pulling out for SSG. The bounce.
They've been recovering from demos, as was the case in game 2 with SSG.
They've got to match that.
Oh, Beast Mode!
There we go. Beast Mode sets it up. Calm knocks it down. Version 1, I mean, when the Beast is on the ball, you got to send the whole team.
And Reynolds got it defensively. The problem is he wasn't there at the end of game 2. This shot just wide. Follow from Torment. Redirect by Calm. V1 up 2-1.
Great play from Calm. Look at this, right in front. He's so annoying if you're SSG. Gets the redirect in.
Not finding it. All the way across. Down to 5 seconds. Calm with a powerful clear. This should do it. That's the dagger. And V1's going to get one on the board.
Adjustments were made. Version 1 back into the series. It's a great play, great clear out.
It's only Beast Mode to beat.
And they could not do that as he's up to the task. Calm and Torment double commit. This could be the opening. SSG needed. They got Torment out of there, and Slater will score.
Slater slots it in, but you can see the breakdown here. Beast Mode alone, Arsenal bearing down, and it's a...
Hear them all in the background. Reddles scores, and they still chant Daniel's name. Here goes Torment, though. Open net, and B1 immediately ties it. We've seen this song and dance time and time again, Dad. The first goal is always followed up by an equalizer.
I think that's a payback. Boost last man back. Version 1 trying to see if they can get past them, and Arsenal great carry into the midfield. Rattles with the shot! Slater again for Space Station!
Remember all that stuff about give the ball to Daniel? Reddles taking charge downfield.
Maybe their own, as again, Calm tries to get a bump there on Arsenal, but the shot not there. Pass, Calm, shot, bang! B1 on the board.
Calm tried to be the battering ram, tried to clear the runway. Arsenal avoided him, and then Calm just goes right over top of him.
Wow, you can hear him. We got some great headphones, but even then I still hear the SSG chant.
And you know what? The players also have to hear it as well, and Daniel's gonna hear another Daniel chant.
They've got everything going for them. They've got the crowd, they've got the momentum. They keep things up though.
In the shenanigans back in London in Season 5. This is brought in by Beast Mode. Tough angle, shut down by Arsenal. Calm to win it and keep B1 alive.
Calm shows up at the perfect moment. Beast Mode stretches the defense. Calm with the slot.
Reynolds denied by Calm as we start Game 6.
Saw Torment as we got into this game. This will now be his 100th game at a World Championship. But for the young gun Daniel, I mean, his first World Championship, he's lighting up the scoreboard.
It looked like Beast Mode thought he had all the time in the world, and then he gets bumped away, so Daniel comes there in the air. And Beast Mode powers his way through. Can stay with this play as well. But Reynolds, top angle, double tap! Oh my!
Reynolds with the double! You can't count this man out! Perfect read!
It goes right back once it came. This will fall right to Calm. He's been awesome, but not this time. Reynolds with the stop. And Arsenal got ahead of Torment, and it's 3-0 in the first minute.
An electric start for Space Station Gaming. They're playing out of their minds. Great clear out and version.
It all down 3 with their back against the wall.
Everyone's worried about Daniel. Look at that man, Reynolds. What a performance this series. Gets the bump. Daniel puts it in. This is a statement from Space Station Gaming.
They didn't need the timeout. Calm didn't get the touch he needed at all. Beast Mode. Head in.
And it gets harder and harder to climb this hill as the clock ticks down. Another demo, another open net, another goal. 5-0, Space Station Gaming, my goodness.
Space Station Gaming, figuratively and maybe soon literally, waving here at the World Championship. Space Station Gaming determined not to drop a series to this potential finalist. Reynolds with one more, because why not?
Another for Reynolds. He's got a hat trick. The man has put himself in the spotlight with this
performance. Just to win, not just to dominate, but throw a shutout in the game that matters most. Torment couldn't get the stop there. Beast Mode will score 1, but it will be of little solace. There are some smiles on the version 1 side that they'll have to take into the 1-1 bracket tomorrow. The series went, yeah, of course, they go for demos on the kickoff. That's the Space Station in version 1 we all know and love. And this Space Station Gaming is 4 wins away from the main event.
Very well done, SSG, take it in 6. Spectacular. Isn't even a great enough word to describe the performance that we witnessed from them. They got a good
already. Look at the pace. This is what I wanted to see for the Pirates. It's not like I'd say I was underestimating them coming in here, but obviously giving the advantage to Team Secret. You don't expect much Why do I even talk? Why do I cast a curse this?
Well, you were fine. I was with you there. The pace I thought was a good opening, but it's the missed touch in the corner that Skill Steal's not quite expecting. He's thinking. So an early lead for Team Secret. See how Pirates find a way back. Nice flick and a second touch. That one's going to be just off the wall. Follow through by Math. 2-0 Team Secret. Now the defense starting to fall a step or two behind here with Sad cutting them apart.
Oh yeah, and this all comes down to the follow-up here. You can see where Math was lurking in the background, waiting, holding that position.
Again, Snowy going to be looking for a little bit of help, and now you really have to start to look at the structure of Pirates whenever they get on offense. Are you just fighting for possession, or are you really trying to score it? As Sad gonna lift one over the last man. 3-0. Secret starting to run away here.
And he does it all by himself. You can see Math was actually going to go for a demo, but Skill Steal actually jumped early, which was great on him. You take it of your Pirates.
Yeah, I'll take anything that they happen to give me. As that's taken away off the backboard. Here comes Snowy. Left side. Math is not quite able to get there in time. Pirates will get one back.
Coming out huge. They utilize the backboard, and it's with speed. Darth able to outpace the defender, and then a nice slot past Sad, able to get the first goal.
Not really think about where it's going.
And that does make me feel good, too, about the Pirates and their position here in this game, because if they are going to take a game or potentially keep it closer, they're going to need to find a way to punish. They did that previously, but here comes Team Secret down the other end, getting a punishment themselves. It's Knight over Darth, and then Steal didn't want to rotate back into net. Maybe went to go get boosted.
To just take them off the ball and missed, but either way, big miscue from Pirates, and they give one right back. Sad off the bar, and they are absolutely dominating them on the dribble and flick game right now.
It's
That's
the
3.
solo plays. Look at this man. He actually looks like he's going to go for an air dribble, then gets one small touch. And Knight was from Pirates. If you see one player with space, assume he's going to go for a solo play and try and make him make an early flick so that way your teammate following up can get a better clear. Sad does find the follow-up, and with 42 seconds left, we got 6-1 in favor of Team Secret.
And they did pretty much that. Darth was forcing Matt to kind of show his hand. It's just this dismount from the backboard on Snowy. Had to kind of take
the big booming clear down the other end will work against most teams that you're used to competing against, but you come out here at the World Championship. One big clear isn't going to cut it, and neither is an inaccurate shot, but the second follow-up is far more accurate.
There we go. This was a great transition. Snowy finally able to win a fight, forces Sad to play in the net, and the shot from Skill Steal would have liked to convert it, but I definitely agree. It's very easy to just give up all that space to the opposition for the desire from boost, and this time they lose a challenge in the midfield while they're out in the corner trying to grab some. And Pirates just lose the challenge game and goes exactly the wrong way while Darth is racing back.
That's beautiful. That could have easily been a shot there from Sad and just lightly slid it across the net, all tied up, half the game to go.
Great recovery from Secret off the kickoff. There's Skill Steal to give it back to the Orlando Pirates. Fist bumps all around. He said, guys, come on, give it to me, thank you.
And I did hear them get loud. The first goal, you could hear them getting a bit hyped there.
I didn't realize this was the replay. I thought that was the third goal. Great recovery from Math, but Snowy kind of just forced to punch that ball into the side and hope they can reset here. As there's a bump coming through on the goal line. Bouncer into the top right corner. Team Secret get physical.
Somebody should have been on the backboard here. I believe it was Snowy. And then Sad smacked him out of the way. And that ball was just bouncing off the backboard right into Knight's hand. Individual touch from the Pirates. Still keeping them tied.
Oh, close call again. Got to be careful you don't just give one back, and that's exactly what you're worried about. The idea, I can see it. He comes out of the net pretty early, but just doesn't quite respect that Knight has more to this one. Skill Steal thinking he was going to be able to go and steal the ball. Trying to open up a little bit of space for transitions. As Snowy, no help anywhere. Everyone's off grab a boost, and they give it one. It's going to get own goal. Knight. He gets to collect with 2 seconds left. Everybody from Pirates is off doing something else, and they're just like, hang on, he got the ball.
And Darth, you feel for him. He doesn't like to push up too far and be aggressive. You'll see him taking a much more passive approach. It can benefit him sometimes, but if Team Secret are aware of that,
when you get caught out,
you're just giving him space to do things like this from Math.
Great win for Math here in the box. Again, it's this car control straight down to the middle. Sad quickly there to cover up in support, and Math has had the time to recover off the bounce.
Get pelted against their car, and it bounces into a favorable position for Team Secret. So that can be frustrating. Definitely something that could destroy your mental game as the second shot from Knight does fall in.
And the only real problem here is not necessarily the pinch, it's the misread. Not from Snowy, but from the person behind him coming off the back. Communication here from Pirates. Starting to get a little double committee and in each other's way, but they do recover. Okay, they recover enough to concede. I take it back. I thought that nice long clear was going to get him out of a jam, but unfortunately they couldn't actually get back to that, and everyone else is like, I need boost. I'm going to follow up.
Of clears can be such a big deal. I feel like most players coming up and starting out in Rocket League just assume the best clear is to smack it as hard as you can, as Knight smacks this ball into the back of the net, 4-0 for Team Secret. But to finish my point, a lot of players will just go for the booming clear and hit it to the sidewall, but that's sometimes
for you guys to change. Just keep running it back until Pirates find a way to stop you.
I mean, there's no adapting needed from Team Secret. The only adaptation they needed to find was in the previous game, where I'd say they were overextending too much, but now they're fine with just sending one player like Math to break down everybody on the defensive side.
No goals for the road for Pirates, it would seem, here in the last 20 seconds. It's not overall a bad series.
Here we go,
for Pirates.
here we go. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Math could not reach it. They will get one. I take it all back. There's a small light.
That's got to feel good. And this isn't just one solo play, it's stringing together a couple of passes, and we have seen just say, okay, we'll just wait for a mistake out of Pirates because we're supposed to win, and you assume mistakes are going to happen. That's where things can get risky, but they haven't done that at all. 6-1, the buzzer beater does go in, and we are, of course, going to get put to match point.
Nice, smooth clear from Knight with a solid recovery. Talk about
that ball just rolls up. Math able to win it 50-50. Could have been transitioned down the other side. Oh, but that's a quick cut from Snowy. And maybe another follow-up. He gets it. All three players from Team Secret a bit stationary, and the first goal goes in favor of the Pirates.
Surprise, surprise. Little steal away in the midfield, and Knight, he just, I mean, why would you rotate all the way back out when you're already right there? So I think if Pirates have got a decent grip on those two midfields, yeah, you can tell. Oh, it's through. Oh, I didn't think Sad was going to be able to score this. They had two people in the net. I mean, yeah, the ball pinches straight back, and they throw it right back to him, but I didn't think he really hit it with enough pace, but I guess...
Back in, but because of that hesitation, you're already slow coming back. You should have gone for the challenge, but hold on, a 1v1 situation, Snowy, and Sad gets the flick. What a shot, top corner and in.
Now that one's actually perfect, because, I mean, there are a couple of options here for Snowy. He can try and get further outside. I think the ball's moving a little too fast for the actual pass.
Yeah. So they look like they're going to get a game. Pirates, so much possession. They're turning in the midfield, but then as soon as I speak about it, Math gets that midfield boost. The goal's wide open. A demo comes through, and that's how quickly the tides can turn.
They just break back. Skill steal going for the block, and Math really cool. You on the ball. I'll just turn back around, grab this midfield boost, and everyone's got a huge gap on the backboard. Unfortunately, doesn't hit it strong to get it back into the middle. And Pirates have an opportunity to recover here.
Oh my, big miss.
Picking up right where they left off in regulation. Gonna knock them down in 4 straight. What a show from Team Secret. Again, it's the miss on defense, and you just hang the person out to dry behind you. And Team Secret jumped all over that type of miss all series long.
And that's a scary...
Sure that everything is in its proper place.
But so far, there's Realize taking the shot, and now a 2v1 situation. Senbei forced to get something, and that bounce goes right over him. You complimented the bounce, and now we get to compliment the shot.
I mean, that bounce was so good for him. I mean, it gets through the last man, but it's coming straight to you for you to get the clear.
And unable to get a shot follow-up.
Twiz still out there winning the ball back and forth, though. Tenhau really having a stretch to try and reach this. Needs the support, and towards the net. That one is going to be collected by Senzo. Veloce up 2.
And it's been routine here. Look at Senzo in the rotation. He was coming back, trying to fill the role as the third man, realized that it was going to be SMW.
Challenge from SMW pretty much went straight towards the center of the ball. Took away a lot of chances for Realize to try and set up an air dribble.
Oh,
and that one gets through, and Twiz, sorry, I was thinking TFW. Or SMW is able to take another one here for Veloce.
Oh, well, look at the play from the corner. Realize was the player who needed to get a touch. Anything, and that's it.
Senbei probably, I think, going to have to give a little ground here. It's just too aggressive.
But we did get a glimpse of the potential out of Senbei strikers, and that's with Realize behind the ball. Striking, and speak of the devil, here comes Realize to put this in.
Didn't think that one was going to fly away. I thought there were a lot of people in the net, but Tenhau, great control. Little misdirection as well. SMW and Twiz probably either way. Veloce equal to the task, but this time they're through everyone. Sig, just get this one middle, and he has to slow it down. There's about the time, and it actually throws off the scent. Veloce trying to figure out how that one's going to get pace going across that bounce through Sig for a huge loop. And Twiz was like, no, I have to
It was abysmal. I don't know how he played on it.
Matt, we got to have a talk.
Trust me, I had a lot of sit-downs with him about it, but it never worked. And Now it looks like Veloce had some time to figure themselves out with that little break and are able to get a slapper in this one from Twiz.
Yeah, it's not too bad of a clear from Sig in terms of the approach. The problem was the power. Kind of came out. Strikers coming out here going toe-to-toe, forcing Veloce to respect what you can do. I would say
oh my, another one off the crossbar. It's in. Realized you can't be stopped.
Huge shot from Realize to find a go-ahead goal. And SMW, try as he might. I mean, you have to cover so much of the net. Senbei in a decent position, forcing Veloce to work hard for every challenge as that's towards the goal, and it's actually goal. Did that get own goal? I'm not sure. I'd have to see it again. Senzo towards goal.
Sends it forward.
Yeah,
and this
okay, it was Sig. I wasn't sure.
Find that, and we're all tied up. Veloce, they've got all the momentum in their own corner, in their own half, and they're coming out very strong. Another bump, and then a goal will be followed up from Senzo. The tides have turned quickly.
Now the own goal really bites. I mean, that's tough. You just get pushed out, and Senzo is able to...
There's this weird, it almost feels like physical pressure. I don't know how to explain it, and you can feel it weighing on your body, on your hands. And Veloce, there's no pressure on their shoulders or on their hands because this one just slips in off the miss from Senbei strikers on the defense.
Here's the Veloce has had for the last game or so. Kind of just dump the ball into the corner and fight it out that way. Oh my, no! You make a gorgeous save. And then another own goal for Senbei strikers.
Oh, they just can't catch a break. Achieves, you found the save, realized was in position. Yeah, and this is the hardest part too because Veloce, 2 goals, they're happy. They don't need to overextend now. They're not, you would ideally think they're not going to get too greedy
own goal back.
as they end up carrying this one across. And Realize says, thank you very much, sir.
It's not an own goal. It did get finished off by Realize.
It's definitely scary.
SMW's definitely going into his own. Can you put this one away? 10-how bouncer, and that's SMW coming off the backboard. Tough bounce to read. Realize comes up empty. Twiz towards the goal. Ooh. He's going to put a second one in terms of the differential over Senbei here. A lot to ask from Realize, and not sure if that's the right approach, to be honest. Like, yeah, if you get that touch, you take it away.
Roll off or even bounce to the side and out, but that one straight up to the ceiling. Realize couldn't get the read. Here comes SMW. Flip reset, showing some mechanics, and it, as the Chief said, it's just in.
I thought this was going to go off the crossbar and come down, but SMW, a little bit of an ice cream scoop, and just rainbows that one. Well, it's got to start at some point. No better time than now. As off the backboard, and that one's just not fair. SMW can see the whole play in front of them. Goes under the last man and opens it up.
And that started with the speed there from Twiz, with how fast that shot came in off the crossbar.
Regain possession. SMW bobbing and weaving around some physical attempts. Now
2v1, and he got the bump.
Bumped down, recovery, and actually forces the ball to get popped back into the middle, but unfortunately, no more defenders to throw at the problem.
And this is a painful moment for Sig as he went up there on the backboard still. And credit to 10. I mean, look at the upper right now. Look at 0007. That was what I was seeing for a solid 3 seconds. And for whatever reason, it's a goal. Okay, I guess they don't need any boost. What happened to Veloce? They had all the boost. And then it's 150-50 went from Sig. And for whatever reason, everybody's ready.
I mean,
beater
down in front, Senzo, they need boost and Realize a delicate surgeon's touch required, and unfortunately can't stay with it. Veloce will hang on to a 1-goal lead and sweep Senbei strikers down.
Dignitas, knowing that they can put together those plays. Optic actually a really good call late on in that play just to leave the ball. But this is not... Apparently, Jack walked the ball past Optic.
Jack with the mind game on 2. It's actually Mist who makes the mistake there and leaves his team in a lot of trouble. He tried to catch the ball.
We've all been there, and it hurts still every single time you see it happen. Scrub Killer tries to find a way past. It doesn't happen. Dream!
Wow.
I think he bumped Illusion into it. Either way, the important story is Optic have got the goal back.
Scrub tried to kill some time here, wanted a 50-50 with Illusion, but Illusion took the ball off him. And then,
post missed. Guides it back over to Illusion. The ball is Scrub Killer. Back into the middle again, and that is an easy win. Drees smashes it from the halfway line.
What a read by Drees. Look how quickly he gets out to intercept this one. That's a 50-50 into the middle, and Drees advances.
now actually does have the option to get over to Illusion. Heavy pass. Drees pass just holding on to that midfield, get his teammates back into a good spot and miss!
Oh!
What a goal!
Dignitas forgot to pay attention to Mist, who just arcs around, comes off the sidewall, and spikes the ball downwards over the top of apparently.
It's belief every time from Optic. That one's off the backboard. Another bump. It's one-on-one. And there's Mist! Finishes it off. 1-0.
What a huge 50-50 win here from Illusion. Look how he controls, apparently, Jack's challenge. That's Jack who's usually to work with against Optic.
Just over 2 minutes left here in game number 2. Chance here, puts it behind the keeper, and Mist scoops the ball and says that we will keep a hold of our 1-goal lead.
This time it's Illusion who gets the clear. A double tap into the floor to defend against Jarius. Dignitas still coming forward. They're looking for that equalizer, and they've got it. Scrub Killer ties the game.
And how important is that for Dignitas? So often at this wildcard, we have seen teams lose that off the backboard. Unshine for Scrub Killer the whole way. Brave from Optic, but this is the result that they were wanting.
And they do still get the ball clear, and another double connect. Mist read the whiff on the backboard. 2-0 Optic Gaming. Illusion with a fake aerial gave Mist the free play on it. What a read by Mist, just plays.
So it's led to that foundational Rocket League looking so smooth off the backboard. Scrub Killer wants to find one more. Apparently Jack actually manages to climb through the mountain of cars and give Dignitas the lead.
Phenomenal play by Scrub in the setup. Mist was trying to track him along the way there. Illusion likewise.
The other two will just hold the midfield. They'll wait for their turn. Dignitas have reverted back to that. As Mist almost gets done. There's the follow from Jack, and the lead is doubled up.
So finally Optic make a mistake, and it's Mist who just doesn't get the read right. Tries to control the situation, but really he just walked into pretty big. It's definitely a threat to just simply go 3-0 in wildcard, like they've mentioned in the rematch interview. They're going to get one back here. Mist punches it in. Dignitas concede pretty quickly. That 2-goal lead didn't last long.
Drees just left the options open so long. And it meant that there was no response there.
Really just shows you the preference Optic have in this matchup and in a lot of matchups, which is to counter-attack. And now, that's coming to fruition. 2-2 from Alu.
Unreal. Look at the game knowledge from Drees. Just leave it. He knows he doesn't have the angle. Boost for it, convincing the task that you might.
Have made it into overtime. Once again, Optic are straight into attack. This time Jack's the one who missed the back wall read. Illusion gets it in. All it took was 12 seconds, and Optic have done it again.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful by Drees. As for Optic, they look to start off the bragging rights for North America. Jarius. Oh, what a shot! If you're going to change this, you need a talisman to step up.
That is a huge, huge play from Jarius. What a redirect. Actually still difficult.
Okay, that's our team still. They still can do this. And as I said over in London, get 2 games, maybe we start believing in you. For now, though, you just got to focus on it. There's Drees, top corner. The work was done. He just had to finish it.
And once again, Optic are just simply more convincing. Jarius misses the overhead clear. Illusion puts the ball right next to the goal.
This 12 boost then. Well, good news, Jarius. You're about to have a little bit more. Bad news, you have to respawn with it.
And once again, it's Illusion who drops the ball down in front of the goal. And Drees, the man to follow up. Illusion forever the enabler. Knows exactly where to touch that. Has absolutely been a solid wall today. They might add one more to their tally. Dignitas stuck at defense.
Optic just want to see this ball to the floor. Jack has a bit of time. Good block there from Drees. And it is now up Dignitas, who have got players facing the wrong way right now. Have to go coast to coast. Not one more for Drees, but for those of you at home keeping score, it's NA1, EU 0.
And unbelievably comfortable as well from Optic. They look like the real deal here. They're going to be top seed going into round 3 of the wild card.